So welcome to Boxing Media Hub. Yeah, I'm sorry we're going to ruin your Sunday evening again. It's me and Ash. We're going for another live prediction show sponsored by Falcon Contracting and boxbets.co.uk. That's a mouthful. The home of boxing betting. Make sure you gamble responsibly. Ebanie Bridges versus Miyo Yoshida. Cracking Japanese name. Ebanie Bridges. Not just known for her boxing. 10 fights, 9 wins, 4 knockouts. Already talking about the weigh-in and what lingerie is incoming. We'll get into that. Well, not into the lingerie. But Miyo Yoshida, 20 fights, 16 wins. And this is at the Chase Center in San Francisco for the IBF World Bantamweight title, 9th of December. So Ebanie Bridges last out December 22, year ago. Shannon O'Connell, which was an absolute dogfight, which was a win and TKO round 8. Both Aussie women, both had a chip on their shoulder. I've spoke to both girls. I had an interview with Shannon O'Connell. Check it out on the channel. She does not like her, and it was a proper scrap.
It's a brutal fight.
Brutal. Yeah. It was a toe-to-toe job, but Ebanie boxed better on the night, in my opinion. She kept it at range and then came in when she needed to get the job done, and she landed some big shots. Shannon didn't really keep the guard up, and you're going to connect. Yoshida was last out the 7th of November this year. So this girl's ready for a dust-up. And that was against Shay Metcalf.
Metcalf.
Yeah, which was a loss on unanimous decision. But hats off to her for taking this one. I believe the fighter Ebanie wasn't meant to be fighting was Avril Mathy, who was a fellow Australian, who was actually 10 fights, 8 wins, 1 draw, 3 knockouts. But that, I don't know, for some reason has collapsed. Miyo Yoshida has jumped in, and fair dues to her, fair credit. You've got a crack at a world title, especially after a loss. But you know that was a title fight as well, wasn't it? So she's coming in here with a go and a will to have a go. Ebanie, obviously, the more experienced in regards to the main events, the bigger fights. Yoshida, obviously, experience in the way of how many fights she's had. So it's an interesting one. What is it? Both fighters, same height, 5'2".
No.
Yeah, very short. Not that I'm much taller. And so, yeah, it's one of those. Bridges, as we know, will stand toe-to-toe. She loves to throw the overhand shots, and she will keep doing it. She likes to work the body as well.
She's like a machine going forward. She's just non-stop throwing punches. And she's strong.
Yoshida, she has got that engine. She's quick with her shots, but is it enough when you've got someone like Bridges who's just going to keep coming, not going to give you the time to reset? I'm going to take this one first, Ash. We had a chat previously, but Ebanie, she's just, as we say, she's a bit of a brawler, isn't she? More than a boxer, and she will come and she will make this difficult, and she'll test the body. But I think one of those overhands will come over the top, and I think it will connect. And I think we could see a stoppage in this one. To be fair, I reckon you're going to be looking in that 6-9 to Ebanie Bridges, and I think it could be a similar thing to the Shannon O'Connell in regards to breaking someone down. Not necessarily in the same aspect of the fight, but I think breaking the engine down, and then you'll see a big overhand right. And yeah, she's got the power there. So for me, Ebanie Bridges 6-9.
Do you think that Yoshida will be able to Or do you think she'll try and stand and trade with Bridges, or do you think she'll box on the back foot and play smart?
She's had 20 fights, 16 wins, no knockouts. That's not to say she's never going to have one. But
The
that doesn't
likelihood.
sound like a trader to me.
No.
in that respect. And based on what she's done previously and looking at some of her stuff, I just can't. She's going to want to try and box this, and it's going to be very hard to keep Ebanie off for that length of time, especially Ebanie being the champion and looking at other potential fights. The fight we really want to see is Ebanie Bridges versus Nina Hughes. That would be a cracking fight because they both trade, they both stand there toe to toe, they're both warriors. I would love to see that. So I'd like to see Ebanie come through because of that.
We know that the Nina Hughes team won that fight as well. We know that. They've been calling for that fight for a while.
Yeah, they won it.
Bridges is quiet. She doesn't want that fight.
Well,
so
can you see the stoppage in this one, Ash?
yeah, I mean, if you've got a fighter that's had 20 fights, they've won 16 but no knockouts, like, are they going to be able to punch hard enough to keep come forward non-stop brawler like Ebanie Bridges at bay? I don't think so. Like, how unless she just dances around on her tiptoes, picks a few shots here and there, and like just runs all night.
I
Like,
can't see it though.
No, I mean, because I think Ebony will just corner her down. She'll just hunt her down non-stop. She'll force her into the dogfight. And if you don't punch, if you've got no power, like, you got
She'll
no
cut the
chance.
ring off, won't she? She'll cut the ring off, and she'll get her in the position she wants to get. And there's only so many overhands you've got to throw before you start breaking the guard as well. And I think
that's it.
She'll do it.
I mean, like, let's be fair to Ebony Bridges. I mean, she's got where she's got because of her lingerie and her OnlyFans and the female marketing nature of boxing. And no matter what we think of that, we have to give her respect and say she does know how to cut the ring down and force people into a dogfight. Look at her fight with Chantal Cameron. Not Chantal Cameron. Sorry, Shannon Courtney.
Yeah,
that was a cracking fight. And Courtney can box. She can punch very bit. She can box, and she forced her into a dogfight. To force Shannon Courtney into a dogfight, you gotta kind of be very good at forcing someone into a dogfight.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think she'll force this girl into a dogfight. I don't think this girl will punch hard enough or be good enough to keep her at bay. For what is it, 10 rounds? They do women's boxing. Is it 10 twos? Yeah. So I can see a late stoppage for Ebony Bridges. I'm probably going to go 7-9 myself.
Okay.
I think she'll break it down. She'll force into a dogfight, and she'll make her quit. I think a team will pull her out. The referee will jump in.
Well, let us know in the comments. Give us your predictions. Are we totally overlooking Yoshida? Let us know. Me and Ash, I'm going 6-9. Ash is going 7-9. I think it's going to be that case of she will just catch up with her in the end, and she will land that shot. But let us know what you think. Hit the subscribe button as well. Check out the rest of the content. And Ash, thank you very much for coming on. And
No problem.
yeah, we will see what happens. Until then, have some of this.